Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Obviously, as you guys can see up on the screen, today we're talking about the LCS Lock-In Tournament. As you can see, the dates are January 15th to the 31st. That is today, meaning today is the grand finals of the first ever LCS Lock-In Tournament. Now, before we even get to the finals, I just want to say that I think this tournament has been an absolutely massive success so far. There's been a ton of awesome games, ton of awesome moments. It's awesome getting to see all of these teams beforehand in a low-stakes environment, so they can actually practice and ramp up, kind of hopefully have a running start getting into the season. Also, the flame has been hilarious. There's been so much trash talk, and people getting to overreact and just react to the games and the players and everything. And it's been a ton of fun for me, for all the fans. Hopefully, it's been pretty fun for the players. And honestly, the games have overall been pretty competitive, and we're getting to a pretty epic final between Team Liquid and Cloud9. Two of the teams that a lot of people predicted beforehand with me here. They were kind of the top two teams in everyone's power rankings for the start of the season. And this one could really go anyone's way. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down my thoughts and opinions, predictions, all the trash talk, everything going into this series. But before we get into that, I should mention a word from today's sponsor, which is Draft Buff. This is a fantasy esports website and app where you can play fantasy sports right now. You can play it in the browser, you can download it on the App Store, and you can download it on Google Play. Right now, they have a game mode going on called Draft Royale, which, as you can see on the screen right now, this is my Draft Royale team. This is where you get a certain amount of money. Each player costs a certain amount of money. You have to mix and match different players in. And this week, I was ranked 15th out of 106. I have Someday, Santorin, Perkz, FBI, Core JJ, and Team Liquid. Obviously, only a couple of these players made it to the finals, so we'll see how my team does. But if you want to get involved, if you want to make a team of your own, especially with LCS starting up next week, week 1, you can get involved. Definitely check out Draft Buff. I'm going to have a link for them in the description below. It's going to be the pinned comment on this video. Go get signed up. I would appreciate it, and so would they. With that being said, let's get right into this. Some of the big trash talk this week coming from Perkz. Obviously, one of the biggest trash talkers in the league. Cloud9 maybe hasn't looked the best so far, but hey, they made it all the way to the finals. They have a chance. They're looking good. They're feeling good after they reverse sweep in a 3-game series against TSM, reverse sweep against 100 Thieves. They're coming in hot. They're coming in on a 3-game win streak, just like Team Liquid is. And Cloud9 Perkz had some words for Alphari. So let's hear what he had to say, because this is some of the spicy stuff.
I don't really have too many messages. I only have one message for Alphari from Team Liquid. I told him this in private, but I'm gonna make sure that the whole world knows now that I'm coming to NA and I'm gonna play top and against this split, and I'm gonna make you regret coming to NA, dude.
So I thought, hey, that was pretty funny. That's a good hype for this. Obviously, he's not going to play top lane. He said, oh, I'm going to play top lane against you. But the big thing there is I'm going to make you regret coming to NA. That's going to be hilarious because, yes, Team Liquid is, this super team. They're stacked. Alphari's this big signing. Santorin's this big signing. People are saying, Team Liquid is the team that's supposed to win NA. They're supposed to go to MSI, do good. They're supposed to go to Worlds, do good. So, yeah, if Cloud9 is able to come out and kind of smack them around, embarrass them, it could end up in a really, really weird spot for Alphari and Team Liquid, and Perkz is obviously going to play a big part in this series and how this all plays out. I think he kind of started off slow at the beginning with Cloud9, but he's slowly been ramping up. He's playing better and better. He was a big part of that Cloud9 reverse sweep against 100 Thieves, where they really, really started playing well. But obviously, Cloud9's coming into this game with a ton of momentum. They're looking scary. Sven's coming off back-to-back games with a pentakill. He's looking like one of the best players in the league right now, maybe playing the best he's ever played in North America, which is really, really scary and really exciting for Cloud9 fans. Blabber has been really, really hot recently, and that's going to be good. But obviously, Alphari's response was fine by me. Go let Fudge play autofill mid versus Jensen. Speaking of Fudge, that's obviously going to be a huge question mark for a lot of people in this series. What exactly is Fudge going to do? How is he going to look against Alphari? And what is Team Liquid's strategy going to be to hide him and stuff? And we'll definitely talk about all that stuff. But the rebuttal from Alphari did come in, so we got to let him give his chance as well.
The team I'm looking forward to playing against the most is definitely Cloud9, for the obvious reason that they have Perkz mid lane. Yeah, I would just love to destroy Perkz, to be honest.
I don't know why his mic sounded so terrible, but obviously Alphari coming back saying, I don't even think this was in response. I think this was just completely independent as well, saying that he wants to match up against Cloud9. He wants to smash Perkz. So yeah, both of these guys, the two big, European signings. Obviously Alphari had much less fanfare around his signing. He's not this super multi-million-dollar guy coming over from G2, all of that craziness. But Alphari so far has probably been better than Perkz in North America. Alphari's looking like the best top laner in North America, in my opinion, so far. Yes, Sunday's been great. Yes, Impact has been great. But for my money right now, it is Alphari, and especially going forward. And he probably has the better team playing around him as well, so it's going to help him, easier to look better and be better and everything. But we'll have to see how that goes. But again, these two guys talking trash makes it so fun. It's hyped up. It's exciting. But these two guys are going to play a huge part in this series as well. Because again, I think a lot of people would say that Jensen is probably the weak point of Team Liquid. It's maybe the point that is the most exploitable and the biggest mismatch, where maybe Perkz can really smash Jensen, that Cloud9 can have a chance to kind of win this series. That can be if he consistently outplays him, if he's able to pick up solo kills or anything like that, they can really snowball this game out of control. And the biggest mismatch on the other side is definitely going to be Alphari against Fudge. If Alphari is able to absolutely smash Fudge, run him over, farm CSD as the meme is with Alphari, and he's able to run it up big, then Cloud9 is going to be in some serious trouble. So it'll be really interesting to see who comes to play between Fudge and Jensen. I mean, Tactical, you could say maybe is the weakest point on Team Liquid as well, but I think Tactical has been really solid so far, as I think Jensen has been as well. I really think the biggest concern coming into this series is Fudge and what Cloud9 is going to do with him. If we take a look at these two teams and the series that they played, we know that Cloud9, again, had that game 5, that 5-game series. We got the Silver Scrapes against 100 Thieves. Obviously, where 100 Thieves came out fast, they were able to take games 1 and 2. Fudge played this Graves game, which is just absolutely weird. Sven said he thought it was a good draft. They thought it was a good draft. They thought it was the best available picks to them. Obviously, that didn't work out. But then again, Cloud9 coming back. This huge Yone game from Perkz, which was absolutely crazy. 8, 4, and 5 coming out strong. Sven showing off the Senna, which was really, really good. And then again, them being able to hide Fudge a little bit on the Lulu. 2-4-15. He's able to, enable his team a little bit. Game 4, this was Sven's first Misfortune pentakill. I think Perkz on the Twisted Fate looked so good, really helping to enable everybody out. And I think Cloud9 with these semi-globals like Twisted Fate, like Galio, and also Camille Galio for Cloud9, these things are going to be really, really big. Those semi-globals help them to cover Fudge, so Fudge can't be punished as hard, so they can actually, counter the other teams trying to put Fudge behind and stuff. Now, I think Team Liquid is in a little bit different position, where Alphari is able to kind of beat Fudge 1v1. He won't need as many resources and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. But again, if Team Liquid can prevent them from getting like the Twisted Fate, the Galio, the Camille Galio, stuff like that, I think Cloud9 is going to be in a weird position, because honestly, we haven't seen many good picks from Fudge so far, other than the Camille, which I think he's looked solid on. The Lulu, he had one good game, one bad game. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. Then obviously in Game 5, Cloud9 came back with the second pentakill from Sven. So again, he's coming into the series really, really hot. On the other side, Team Liquid just looked absolutely dominant. They didn't need 5 games. They took care of business in 3. They had the Udyr from St. Torin, which I still think is an absolutely hilarious pick. Were they able to win Game 1 pretty easily. In Game 2, we got to see the Jizuke Echo, where it was like, this is where we're really going to see Evil Geniuses popping off. They also got the Olaf, which is one of the strongest champions in the entire game right now. It's so hard to beat. But, we saw the NA Jace coming out from Alphari, and again, Team Liquid was able to handle that, even though, Evil Geniuses had a lot of power picks, and they were really looking strong, and it was going to be a tough game. And then obviously in Game 3, Team Liquid came out, finished the sweep. They looked dominant. 10, 1, and 12 on Orianna from Jensen. Absolutely crazy. Core JJ looking great. Tactical looking great. But yeah, I mean, Team Liquid is obviously coming into this series with just so much momentum, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. I think Core JJ has definitely been, for my money, probably the best player in the league so far. I think he's going to be the best player coming into this series. I think he's going to be the favorite for the MVP heading into the series. I know a lot of people were saying maybe that was going to be Perkz headed into the season, but so far he hasn't, in my opinion, hasn't really played at MVP level. I think Team Liquid probably has an advantage in more positions right now. In the top lane, I'd definitely go with Alphari. In jungle, Blabber's been great to start the season, but I would still go Santorin right now. Mid, yes, I would give it to Perkz, but I think it's a lot closer than people thought heading into the season. Sven definitely has a big advantage in the AD carry position right now, but Core JJ has a pretty big advantage in the support position right now as well. So in the end, I think it's like 3-2 for Team Liquid. And again, it's going to really depend whose weaknesses are able to shine and whose strengths are really able to be solid and perform in that day. Because obviously, everyone has bad days, everyone has bad games, certain teams match up differently, but I think along with all the other fans, are really excited that we are getting to see this series. I think this is one of the games, one of the series that most people wanted to see. Most people, again, going into this tournament, agreed that Team Liquid and Cloud9 were the two most talented teams. They're probably going to be the best two teams in North America, and getting to see a 5-game series from them so early on in the season, is so hyped. That's so exciting. That is why this lock-in tournament is so cool. You know, most of the time, these are matchups and series and games that we'd have to wait months for, and we got to see so many best of 3, so many best of 5s, and all this stuff already. You know, we've seen sweeps, we've seen reverse sweeps, we've seen silver scrapes, so much awesome stuff, and it all is going to wrap up today before we get into the final season. You know, there's $150,000 on the line. There's just pride, dignity, trash talk all on the line. Whoever loses is going to say it's a preseason tournament, and whoever wins is going to say they're the best team in North America, and they're going to be, you know, getting their fans and everybody all hyped up and excited. And I think this is going to be a really, really fun one. In the end, I am predicting I keep going back and forth between a 3-0 and a 3-1. I'm going to go for a 3-1 for Team Liquid. I did predict that it was going to be 100 Thieves, Team Liquid in the finals with a 3-1 for Team Liquid. So I'll stick with the 3-1. Obviously, it's Cloud9 in the finals now. My predictions honestly haven't been too bad. I had the Cloud9 100 Thieves game going to Game 5 with 100 Thieves winning. Obviously, that was one game wrong. I had a 3-0 for Team Liquid as well. So I will go the 3-1 in the finals. I do think Team Liquid is clearly the better team. I think they're more talented, but also playing better. I still am not super loving how Cloud9 is playing, you know, dropping games to TSM, dropping games to 100 Thieves where they're not looking very strong. That is worrying because I think Team Liquid is on a completely different level from TSM, from 100 Thieves. But props to Cloud9 for battling back in both those series. You know, super exciting for them. I think they really are looking better and improving each week. And if they're able to keep this improvement up over the course of the season, I think they will be a great team, and that's super exciting. But still, I think Team Liquid is clearly the best team in North America. I think they are playing like it, and they look like it on paper. So I think it's going to be tough. I would not be shocked if Cloud9 wins a game. That's why I'm going 3-1. But I do think Team Liquid will look pretty dominant in this series and will kind of cement themselves as the best team in North America headed into the start of the regular season, where I also think they'll be the best team. But yeah, that's just my take. That's my pick. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. It helps me out so much YouTube algorithm, and I would appreciate it a ton. Leave a comment down below. What do you think is going to happen in the finals? What's your picks? What's your predictions? Score lines, players popping off, players doing bad. I'd love to hear that. Trash talk, all that good stuff. TL, C9, 2 huge teams, 2 huge fan bases, so many star players. It's going to be fun. Subscribe to update on my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!